So thank you too for being interviewed about Veteran Employment Services. Tell my audience a little bit about you.
My name is Serena Bermudez, and I am a almost 9-year proud Navy woman veteran. And my colleague here.
Yeah, Ed Dupass, 20 years, United States Army, retiree, all that good stuff. But I will say, I'm the most disgruntled veteran in the world. And there's a reason why I say that is because that actually is my motivation for helping other people. Because you don't know what you don't know.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit about Veteran Employment Services.
So we work for the Virginia Employment Commission on the Veteran Services side. So we help veterans that have some barriers to employment. And you know what? That can mean anything. That could mean that they don't have a job, they're homeless, maybe they were prior incarcerated. Vietnam veterans, because Vietnam veterans, can't forget about them because they do come in here and they want to work also. So those are just some of the barriers to employment that we work with here. We're under a grant. It's called the Job for Veterans State Grant. What's unique to our organization is that we are all military. We're all have to be military members that are now discharged, whether it's retiree, whether it's a veteran status, but you have to have been in the military. So we know what it is to walk that walk when you walk out that gate with your DD-214 in hand. We know what that means.
So tell us a little bit about why you do what you do here.
Let's go why. I made the comment about being the most disgruntled veteran in the world. Well, this is the whole thing. You know, when you transition out, you don't know how to really adapt. You've had a controlled situation. You got stuff provided to you. You had the materials provided to you to make you successful in whatever job you were trying to do. If you needed the equipment to repair something, if you needed the forms and regulations to complete some paperwork, depending on what your tasks were, it was given to you or you had access to it. Well, think about it like this. When we come out here, it's a different animal. Okay, so where the team effort that you had in the military, that's not prevalent in a lot of the outside opportunities. It then becomes, what can you do, not what can your team do? So when I say, like I said, disgruntled, I was kind of upset after I got out because that was something that wasn't really kind of pushed at me. It wasn't something that I knew from, you know, hey, thank you for your service. Glad you were here. Here's your 214. Here's your retirement paperwork. Here's your flag. Have fun. Have at it. Okay, great. Get out here looking for a job, trying to figure out how to get the resumes right. You know, transition program, great, but it's fast. It's a lot. You're only going to retain so much. How we learned over time. We learned through repetition. Absolutely. You don't get the repetition. You know, now things are getting better. They allow you to go to it a little bit more, but not every veteran from the past was afforded that opportunity.
So tell me about a success story that you guys have here.
Well, I will say that our staff here, we work, I'm going to say, on the front line. Because there's that one-on-one contact that's going on when we're working with the veterans and our staff. The ultimate goal will always be employment. We had a veteran that was incarcerated for approximately 35 years.
Wow. Yes,
35 years. Came out, being in there 35 years, you're not really connected with computers, phones. He came here for a week or two and worked with one of our staff every day diligently, resumes, tips, resources, get him a place to stay. And he applied for 2 part-time jobs, which he did get. Now, at the end of those 2 part-time jobs, we found out that he got a one full-time job out of those 2 part-time jobs. So what I'm going to say is that there is no excuses, because if that veteran who was incarcerated for 35 years can get a job, anybody can get a job. And the job that he got was a quality living wage job.
I think the beauty of what they get coming into the Veteran Service Office is 2 individuals like you two that really care about making sure that people are taken care of. And you guys are in the people business. And so being in the people business, how does my audience get in touch with you or get in touch with offices like you if they're not here in Virginia?
Well, here you go. And this is the thing. It's being that we work under a federally funded grant, there are offices known as the American Job Centers, which are located in every state. Every one of them may have a different name, but you can actually go online, do a Google search, take a look, and they'll have one in that particular state. In Virginia, they call them Virginia Career Works. In Ohio, they have a different name for them. Texas has a different name for them. They're all over the place, but the Department of Labor calls them American Job Center. And the thing is it's being able to go into one of these locations, because it's not really just the Veterans Grant, okay? There's so many different partners inside of an American Job Center, and it's not one organization that does it all. Like we talk about, you know, the previous case about the veteran who was incarcerated for 35 years. Well, you also have, you know, the resources that you reach out to, not to endorse or say any specific ones, but there's organizations out there that, you know, they have resources to get them, you know, living conditions. They have resources out there to get them medical. One of the benefits of being able to see one of the veterans representatives that may be, or any of the staff inside of these places, is we know who these resources are. So if a person comes in, lets us know, hey, I'm looking for employment, they go through, there's questionnaires, everything has a process. We go through the process, and then what happens is people find what services you truly need and or are entitled to.
That's powerful.
So, you know, it's just, it's funny because people just don't know what they're really entitled to. They hear all these different stories about, oh, well, I'm a vet, so I should get this. That's not necessarily true. You know, every veteran is different. Just like every person is different. Every scenario is different. But the resources out there, there are resources to cover those different scenarios. And it's just being able to reach the people who have been taught those resources, who have been shown where to look for those resources so that you can be shown as an individual.
And we do have, we speak to our transitioning service members all over the world. We FaceTimed with one that was in Paris, France.
Wow.
We FaceTimed with one that was in Okinawa, Japan. They were both coming here. When after FaceTiming, and they finally came, and we were able to put that face-to-face, one-on-one contact to be able to help them.
Wow.
So we are, I'm going to say we've stretched all over, not just here in the United States, but Okonos, internationally, we've gone to help. And being able to, if, you know, someone comes here, but they're not staying here, they're leaving Virginia to go somewhere else, we can do a warm handoff to that individual with our counterparts in another state. Texas, for example, they have the Texas Commission. We can call them up and say, hey, I have someone who's transitioning over there. And could we get a name and a phone number? Can I talk to them? And we'll give them the information from here so they'll have an easier time getting over there and being able to, you know, find employment, get a resume done, get some being able to have that knowledge about resources to not only help themselves, but to pay it forward, to help someone else.
That's what I'm talking about.
And I just kind of want to add one more thing. We've been kind of concentrating on individuals. We also do services for businesses, because you think about it, what is in the title? employment.
Mm-hmm.
It's not just about the individual, it's about the job also. We also provide the education to the employers on how to maintain, meaning retain is the best word, their veteran staff. Because the thing is best practices are not just, it's not all the individual veterans' responsibility. The businesses have something else also.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's a little bit here, you meet in the middle. Okay? I want a veteran. Okay? I want a veteran because I hear they show up to work on time, they do what they're told, they're ingenious, they do all this other good stuff. Okay, great. But let's take a look at your organization also and see what we could do to make it more beneficial, or you can attract the veterans even more. Take, for example, a lot of veterans, they hear certain careers, certain things, and they kind of shy away from it. So let's take hospitality, working in a hotel. Okay, there's more things to do in a hotel than make up a bed or work a front counter. You know, it's just like being on a military installation with a little city of its own. You've got a little bit of everything. So it's getting the individual veteran to understand that, but also getting with the organization so that they can highlight the fact that they can use everything from administrative to logistics to engineers. So it's a two-way street.
And I'm gonna say that women veterans,
speak on it.
we are out there.
Okay.
Okay. We need the respect. We serve like everybody else out there. 1% of the population is the military, but among that military, there's the women veterans. So if you need help, please come on in. And I'm going to say shout out to our military spouses because they work just as hard. I always say that the military spouses, whether it's male or female, they're the glue that keeps the family together when the individuals are deployed or TDY or whatever it is. So we are here in Prince William County at the Skills Source Center on 13370 Minnieville Road in Virginia. Virginia Career Works, I should say. Yes, you're right. Virginia Career Works. So we are here. Please come on by, come talk to us. If we can help you with resources, if we can just assist with employment, because that's always the end goal. You know, where we live, you can't, you need a job. You need a quality living wage job.
Be able to point you in the right direction.
Yes.
I want to thank you two for everything that you do. And I just want to let the audience know that you guys just don't talk it. I've seen it in action, and that's why I'm here today, because I not only heard about it, but I saw it in action. So thank you so much. And we appreciate what you do. And I just wanted to share what you do with the world. Y'all have a great day. And thank you for your service.
Thank you.